Hey, what's up, y'all? Today we're doing another Where Are They Now? And today's topic is The Princess Diaries. We're going to be looking at some of the cast and what they have been up to since the movie's released and talks about a possible third film. In a nutshell, The Princess Diaries is a coming-of-age film. It is based on a novel from the early 2000s, and the film follows a young girl who lives in San Francisco, and she basically finds out that she is actually royalty, and she gets to determine if she wants to take over her kingdom or keep on living her normal life. In this movie, just like a lot of early 2000s movies, there are some vets in here. There are also some newbies in here. And above all, this movie was produced by Whitney Houston. We're going to start this with Paolo, aka Larry Miller. He is a comedian and he was already working before this film came out. He was in A Nutty Professor, Pretty Woman, and we can't forget his role in 10 Things I Hate About You. And he even lent his voice to a Buzz Lightyear PlayStation game. Recently, he has been in 10 Things I Hate About You, the TV show, and he has also been in Aqua Teen Hunger Force. He had a podcast as well for a few years, but actually had to pause it because he fell and injured his head severely and was hospitalized and in a coma. He is doing better now, though, thankfully, and he's married with 2 children. He did do an interview saying that his character's outfits and most of the lines were improvised between the director and himself, and that he is happy with the character. Kathleen Marshall, who we know as Charlotte, the secretary, actually got in this film because her father, Gary Marshall, is the director. He also directed Pretty Woman, and he saw Princess Diaries as a movie that could bring families together. So not only is he in the Princess Diaries film in the background a couple of times, but he gave this role to his daughter, and then his 2 grandchildren were in it with Mia at the parade. Unfortunately, Gary has since passed, and Kathleen did earn 2 credits for Valentine's Day and New Year's Eve, her father's last 2 films. From 2 legends to another, let's talk about Sandra Oh. She did perform in various films in the 90s and got generally good reviews for her acting. After Princess Diaries, however, that is whenever she gained worldwide recognition for her role on Grey's Anatomy, and she was on there from 2005 to 2013. She even was in many children's and family shows such as The Proud Family, American Dad, American Dragon Jake Long, Sesame Street, Phineas and Ferb, Robot Chicken. She has since been nominated 12 times for a Primetime Emmy, and she also won 4 Screen Actors Guild Awards and is now a U.S. citizen as of 2018. She even recreated her iconic Princess Diary line from when she was on the phone in the office. Patrick Fluger, or as we like to call him, Jeremiah, got his big break in Princess Diaries. However, afterwards, he was in CSI Miami, Law & Order Special Victims Unit, and he's currently known for being on Chicago PD. He even got to star alongside Anthony Hopkins in 2004 to 2007. The man, the myth, the legend, Josh Bryant, or his actual name, Eric Von Detten, was pretty big on Disney before and even at the time of the release. I mean, he was on Escape to Witch Mountain, Toy Story, and Brink, a lot of people know him from. He also voiced Erwin from Recess for the whole run of the show. He was very, very young when he started acting. He was in 55 episodes of Days of Our Lives, and he was only 10 years old whenever he started. This man has been working longer than I have been alive, by far. After The Princess Diaries, he was in Malcolm in the Middle. He did, of course, do Toy Story 3, and that was for a brief cameo before he retired. He currently has been married to his wife since 2018, and they do have a daughter together and a son, and he is now a sales manager at a brokerage firm. Mia's mother in the film, Caroline Goodall, has been acting since the 70s. Before The Princess Diaries came out, she had already worked with Steven Spielberg. She was mostly known for her extensive work in the theater. Currently, Caroline is married with 2 children, and she still acts to this day. Mean Girl Lana Thomas, aka Mandy Moore, was a teen pop sensation whenever she wanted to try out acting. Her debut single, Candy, peaked at number 41 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1999, and her debut studio album, So Real, even went platinum. After doing her thing in Princess Diaries, she went on to release another album and did A Walk to Remember in 2002. As she continued acting, she would release music here and there. Mandy is now known for her amazing performance on This Is Us, which was a hit TV show, It actually recently ended, and she's also known for being on Tangled as Princess Rapunzel. She has since been nominated for Primetime Emmys and also the Golden Globe Awards. She is a mother of 2 children and is currently married. Michael Moscovitz's name in real life is actually Robert Schwartzman, and he is a Coppola. He is Sofia Coppola's cousin, and prior to this movie coming out, he was in my favorite movie of all time. His cousin is Nicolas Cage. His mother was known as being in The Godfather, and his uncle is Francis Ford Coppola. Afterwards, he did dabble a little bit more into acting, but actually he's more known for being the frontman in his band, Rooney. Today, Robert actually has since founded a media company called Utopia Media, and it's a platform created by filmmakers for filmmakers to distribute their movies how they want. Heather Matarazzo, or as we know her as Lily Moscovitz, already was nominated for multiple awards for her role in Welcome to the Dollhouse in 1995. She had even made appearances in Roseanne, Law & Order, and ER. Right after the Princess Diaries movie, Heather actually was scheduled to attend a meeting on the 15th floor of the World Trade Center on 9/11, but she overslept. Heather has since been in Saved. She was also in the second Princess Diary movie. She has done work with Law & Order and also Grey's Anatomy, and she actually got married recently. Heather recently was tweeting and she said she felt cast aside and she said she hit her limit. It feels like she's taken a lot of rejection and she's done the work and she's been working as an actress for a long time. She now famously said, "I've given my life to acting for over 30 years and I'm done struggling just to survive. I just need a win, a life-changing win, because this ain't it." The beginning of this month, it was revealed that she is working on something, so it looks like things are looking up for her. She has overwhelming support on Twitter, so go follow her on there and leave her some nice comments. Emmy award-winning actor Hector Elizondo has been acting since the 60s. Prior to Princess Diaries, he was in Maude, Chicago Hope, and Pretty Woman. After Princess Diaries, he continued acting by appearing in Grey's Anatomy, American Dad, Legend of Korra, and he is also married and has won multiple awards since then. He currently still acts to this day. Now it's time to talk about Dame Julie Andrews. Starting with her career on stage, she began her career in 1945. Some might know her from The Sound of Music, some might know her as Mary Poppins. Julie was made a Dame Commander for the Order of the British Empire for services to the performing arts and received the award from Queen Elizabeth II at Buckingham Palace. That very next year, Julie Andrews would decide to work with Disney again, and this would be her first time working with them since Mary Poppins. After the Princess Diaries, she even won a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award and a Grammy for Best Spoken Word Album for Children. And she would actually win an Emmy in 2005. Julie is currently a grandmother to 9 children and a great-grandmother to 3 children. You can currently catch her in the new Minions movie, The Rise of Gru, as Gru's mother. Last but not least, we do have Anne Hathaway. Although this is the movie that made Anne Hathaway an A-lister, she said, quote, "For a long time, it was me and my manager against the world. I was seen as this bizarre world good girl cartoon that I in no way identified with. Very vanilla, very sweet, very accessible, and not interesting. I had no grit." Ultimately, people were only giving her princess good girl type roles and she kept turning them down. She purposefully wanted to try different things in her 20s with her acting so she wouldn't get typecasted. Anne Hathaway's career pretty much took off. Right after this, she was in Brokeback Mountain and The Devil Wears Prada. People also might know her from Bride Wars, Love and Other Drugs, Alice in Wonderland, and she even played Catwoman in The Dark Knight Rises. But she really gained a lot of respect for her role in Les Mis. And that's whenever she won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. She has also done a lot of activism. She has traveled across the globe to help other people in other countries. And also, she's a big supporter of LGBTQ rights and donated a lot of money to organizations that support same-sex marriage. And she was always talking about Time's Up and discrimination in the workplace. She's been nominated for over 101 awards, and she's also a wife and a mother to 3 kids. Now, is Princess Diaries 3 gonna happen? 3 years ago, Anne Hathaway was on Andy Cohen's show, Watch What Happens Live, and she said that there was already a script for Princess Diaries 3. However, Everyone does want to do it, but they have to make sure that it's perfect. In my opinion, I feel like the cast does not want a Mean Girls 2 under their belt, and so they're being very careful with how they play their cards. About a month ago, Julie Andrews was actually on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, and Jimmy Fallon had asked her about it, and she basically was saying that she is older and Hathaway is older and she doesn't know how that would work kind of thing. So I definitely think that Julie wants to do it, but she's not doing backflips over the idea of it, which is understandable. In fact, she flat out said it's probably not going to happen, but she would like it to. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!